This is a look at making picture directories for your school website. So each website within the district has, it natively is going to have, if you go up to the URL and then you add backslash and the word staff, it's going to pull up this directory. This is what's in there. Just it's built in. It looks like this. It isn't super fancy and doesn't allow for a lot of editing. So this information right here is determined by a spreadsheet that is inside of Employee Online. And so you have to get that corrected information inside of Employee Online is actually where you're going to be correcting any of this type of information. So a lot of us have decided to make our own directory pages. So here's an example from the South directory. So this is a page that is created using the very cool spreadsheet that Brent Ludlow provided. So this is a template for creating. It's going to write some code for you that allows you to create a cool page. So, but let's look really quick. If you just want to update your pictures here, you just want to add some pictures, then you are going to go into Thrillshare and you're going to click on this is in media and on staff. And then next to all of these, you have a little pencil. You're going to then just go to the picture right here, click edit on it, and hopefully you have the images. You've got the images from Picture Day. So then you would change the image, upload it, and press update. Now, remember this information, if you change it, it's just going to sync back at the with the nightly sync because it's determined from a different database. So don't waste any time fixing names or doing anything like that. If there is a problem with a name, then the best option that you have is to let Jeff Brooks know so that he can help you get it fixed, get it in the right spot to get it fixed. That is how you would update a picture page that this native one, get it to be with pictures. And it's still going to have people on it that you don't have pictures for or that are no longer in your school. It's going to be determined by the records at HR. So if you want to build a picture directory, maybe you just have a page and you've got titles, you've got some links here. You can just, when you're editing the page, you have the option of this is mine. You could come over and when you've laid out a couple of rows, you've laid out some columns so that you're able to put things down. You can choose some of the elements over here. You could say, I'm going to add in a picture and pull a picture over. That's one great way to do it. The one thing about this though is that if you do this by hand and you pull over all the pictures, then you're going to update them every year. So the cool thing about this profile builder that Brent provided is that once you fill out this information, the name of the staff person, the department, their job title, you fill out all of these elements, you're then able to create so this is mine. It's got the information here from my school. And then when I click on profile, it pulls up this very cool profile builder. It's got some code that's written into it. So I'm telling it that I want my pictures to be the large size, the image size, and I have said, I want things to be, this is the information that it's pulling on each person. But when you pull a person, it gives you this code right here. And I'm going to highlight over the code, copy it. And on my page over here, I know that if I click on any given person, what the element I pulled over was a code block. I just pulled over a block of code and I dropped it down into what I did is I said, I want a I pulled over this 4 column thing. So I was like, okay. And then I'm just going to drop over a piece of code into each one of these. And then when I go to edit, it pulls up that the code that I just had in there, and I would highlight over it, drop it in, and then it'll pull up that person. So it's pretty slick once you get the information filled out inside of your spreadsheet. So a lot of this is just about making sure that you get the information on the spreadsheet. You can download this information from Employee Online to save yourself a lot of time. But that's one way that you could do it. So remember, you don't have to do it using a spreadsheet. You could just say, I'm going to pull down some text and I'm going to write the name of my principal. I'm going to pull in a picture. I'm going to pull in, you're just building it from scratch like that. That is totally something that you are able to do. So there's lots of options. You can either add pictures to just a regular page, or you could add code blocks and then it will update that picture every year because it's pulling it from the database at our school. Or you can spend your time updating the pictures that are inside of these staff pages, and you can rely on what it says here. It doesn't give people departments that are fairly useful. It just kind of says everybody's a secondary teacher, but that's, you know what? It's something. So those are your options.